up, everybody? Welcome back to the No Gimmicks podcast here on the DFPN. We got a good show for you guys tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in on the Patreon. Since you guys are getting it first, if you are listening to the sound of our voices tonight, or wherever you're listening to this at, if you're listening, please know that you can join us live by joining the Patreon at www.patreon.com/thatfeelingpodcast. Shout out to the Bandcamp. We have all new music from MRK. He has restarted Mark Sox Mondays, and we have an album coming this Friday. If you want this album, you have to be subscribed to the Bandcamp for as little as $3, same as over here at the Patreon. Thatfeeling.bandcamp.com. We do have merch also. So go to teespring.com, search for That Feeling Podcast. You can get in on the merch activities. And if you're rocking some merch, don't forget to post those pictures over on the on the groups. Follow us on the No Gimmicks group, and come hang out with us. We have a bracket that's in there live right now. We're in the finals of our greatest tag team ever. So if you want to be a part of that, join us over on the No Gimmicks podcast fan group. Frankie Dee, what is up, man?
Oh, same shit, different day, man.
Same shit, different day.
Yes,
Listen.
listen to what?
We have Boiling Point, Mission Pro Wrestling, August the 12th, going down in San Antonio. Would you like to go?
We shall talk.
Okay.
It's a scheduling situation, but we'll talk about it in public.
If you will.
Exactly.
Yes. Boiling Point, August 12th. We will be in the building. Actually, I plan on going.
I didn't say, brother, I wasn't going. I said we'll talk about it. We gotta plan these things, dude.
All right.
We gotta make the schedule. Because I never know what I'm gonna be doing. I could have people, coming in and running into this elbow.
Right on. So I do plan on going down there. So
all right, copy that. Copy. Well, we shall talk.
All right. So we were talking before the show, and you had mentioned you had gone to see The Flash.
Yes, sir.
Which you said you recommended I go see it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'll go watch it.
Yes, sir.
On today, before we went on live, earlier in the day, there was breaking news. We have a new Clark Kent and a new Lois Lane making their way into a new James Gunn directed film called Superman Legacy.
Right. How
do you feel about these picks?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm not really familiar with either actor.
Me neither.
So I'm going to hold judgment. I will say that the guy actually looks a cross between a Christopher Reeve, Henry Cavill. I mean, it's like big sin with both. You know what I'm saying?
I got that too.
So I'm going to hold judgment until I learn more about the actor and the actress, because it would be fair for me to come up here and not know anything about him and talk crap. So that's not what we do here on No Gimmicks. I will get back to you.
Okay.
But other than that, if I put it out here now, what I think the movie is going to flop. It's going to
You
fail.
Think so?
Yes, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the love for Henry Cavill is real, and they are not going to accept this. All right, I'm telling you, when it comes down to James Gunn, when this movie flops, and it will flop, it's a big FU to them and a big FU to DC and Warner Brothers Discovery for a lot of different things. First of all, the Batgirl movie getting shelved, Henry Cavill being pretty much fired as Superman. You got a lot of stuff going on here.
You think this will be a revenge flop?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Just like in a couple years when the Star Wars movie comes out with Rey, that's going to flop too. People are going to see it, but it won't make as much money as the other ones because guess what? People they didn't want this story.
I would think
they didn't want this. They didn't want Rey to have the story that Luke Skywalker should have had in rebuilding the Jedi Order. They gave it to her, so it'll flop. I'm putting it out there.
So you think this Superman movie is gonna flop too?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. James Gunn has some pull.
Listen, it doesn't matter how much pull he has. It only matters about the consumer's pockets and if they want to spend money on the project. And I'm telling you, they're not going to.
Okay.
Because every film that comes out from Warner Brothers always has some kind of interference. And that's what they're good for.
But that didn't stop people from the Flash movie had
The Flash flopped.
Well, it depends on how you define that,
It
right?
flopped. It did not make its money back. The film, first of all, the film wasn't heavily promoted at all by Warner Brothers.
They couldn't have been, though. They couldn't have put money behind that.
It's
movie.
2 years old, man.
I know, but they couldn't put money.
The thing.
There is too much scandal behind that movie.
That's what my point is. It wasn't properly promoted. I went and saw it the other night, and the theater was packed with people. Everybody loved it. It's just it didn't make its money back, and I didn't see Black Adam. I don't want to see it, but
you're not missing anything.
Yeah,
I'm telling you that now.
It didn't make as much money as Black Adam. So that kind of shows you where we're at here. Michael Keaton was the best part of the movie. Just that ending scene. I ain't gonna, because you ain't seen it, but trust me, when you see the ending scene, that is some of the greatest shit I've ever seen.
That's a strong statement.
That dude, I'm telling you, that ending scene.
That is a fucking strong statement.
That end, when all the nostalgia in that ending scene, I was like, whoa. I was like, marking the fuck out.
Okay, just that alone, I need to see the movie.
And I don't mark out to shit.
That's rare.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
now
don't mark out to anything. But that ending scene, I'm like, whoa. Like, how the hell did they do that?
All right. That sold me.
Yeah. So you will like it. Forget the controversy with Ezra Miller and his, American Psycho ass. Just basically just go into it and just kind of suspend your disbelief, and you will enjoy it.
I can do that.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right.
I mean, I'll tell you. I'll put it like this: on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it about an 8.
Really?
Yeah, I really liked it. I'm actually going to go see it again.
Ah, damn, that's strong. You said some pretty strong shit, Frank.
Yeah.
This is strong. This is high regard.
No, it is, and you know me, dude.
I know. This is why I'm like.
I don't put over shit.
This is high regard.
Yeah, I don't put over
high
nada.
Mark.
Yeah, I don't put over nada. But I thoroughly enjoyed the film. That was one of those movies where you like the last time I went to the movies, it was Halloween Ends. All right.
I know how you felt about that.
I walked out of that shit. I walked out, and it was like everybody in the theater. We all walked out, and it was like a funeral, man. Like we just walked out of a funeral. We could like
they did us dirty with this.
I put it on my Snapchat. I was like, I don't know what I just saw, but it wasn't good. But this situation over here, it was different. I left the theater actually happy. It was engaging, and I'm like, that's a repeater. I could watch that again.
Okay.
I would spend money to watch it again.
Okay.
So
that's some pretty high marks on that movie.
Yeah.
All right. Note to self:
co-workers have gone and saw it. They enjoyed it. They've gone back multiple times to see it.
Really?
Yeah.
This ain't no just wait till that shit hits HBO Max.
You could, but shit, man. It's look, Wednesday matinees, man. You know, $6 to get you in the theater.
All right.
I'm going again, trust me.
It has to be good if that much controversy was surrounding that movie and they still put that shit out. It has to be a good movie.
Right. Yeah. And it's just, and another thing that happened too with it is that it came out at the wrong time. You know, they had just released a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
And the Flash wasn't the only movie that kind of bombed out at the box office. It was a Disney movie that came out as well.
The Little Mermaid.
Not that one. It was the one after that. It was a Pixar, Disney Pixar, some kind of movie. Forget what.
Oh, Elemental.
Yeah, that movie flopped as well.
Yeah.
You know, Spider-Man was still number one. So, I mean, you got Spider-Man, your Miles Morales story versus, you know, I mean, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But majority of the people, no shit, no lie. Because I went and saw last Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody come into the theater, bruh. I went to the 10:15 showing. The theater was packed. Everybody was in there was wearing Batman shit. And was wearing the Flash t-shirts and shit.
Mm-hmm.
The 11:15 showing was sold the fuck out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
That's saying something.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, it has to be a good movie. It has to be.
It is.
All right. I have a first-hand account.
And I'll tell you right now, I'm not a fan of this guy at all. But you know who said it was probably one of the best movies he's ever seen, superhero movies he's ever saw?
Who?
It was Tom Cruise.
Seriously?
Yes.
Damn it.
Yeah. Tom Cruise saw a screening of it a while back. He liked it. So did James. There
was a lot of critics that were saying this movie was good. Yeah. I thought it was just bullshit because a lot of critics do that, but
right.
Yeah, a lot of critics are saying
it's at like, what is it at, like a 70 or something like that, or 60 something on Rotten Tomatoes, but that's still good. Like that's still good
for a DC movie. That's fucking DC amazing. Movie.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Because you actually have people in this movie that actually can act. Rock.
Right. Shit.
Not just the same character in every fucking movie.
Oh shit.
And I like Dwayne. I like The Rock. But I'm just saying it's obvious. You know, it's like, dude, you play the same shit in every movie.
Yes.
And what really happened here? What really made Dwayne go back to Fast and Furious? After all that shit, I'll never go back over there. Never. Wonder why. Could it be that Black Adam thing? Could it be? Yeah.
It had to have been. It had to have been.
Black Adam, look, man, Young Rock being canceled.
I don't need y'all.
I
got all this other shit going on. I just bought a football league.
Yeah, lost $60 million with it too.
Yeah.
Rocky's taking a lot of L's lately, but he'll be all right.
He'll bounce back.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
I'm glad that he is taking these L's. I'm pretty sure he's glad he's taking these L's.
Yeah, it'll be only a matter of time before he's knocking on the door. Hey, so that tribal chief versus tribal chief match.
I mean, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but
yeah, I think the time is gone, bro. I think it's It was Hollywood. It's supposed to be WrestleMania Hollywood. It's over.
Yeah, they missed a lot of missed opportunities within the WWE.
Yep. But since we're still on the entertainment phase, right quick, I want to bring this up. So they are bringing back, I believe, 2 theaters. They're re-releasing the Titanic in theaters.
For why?
Because of the
recent events,
events, and just Google top search Titanic.
That's fucked up,
brother. Let me tell you something. I have been an avid fan of the Titanic movie, even though it's bullshit. I'm a fan of the Titanic film. I like everything about it. I've watched the documentaries on the Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that people are interested now that may have not been interested before. That's cool.
Yeah.
The problem that I have with the situation, and I expressed my feelings about this, was the fact that people were making light about the deaths of these people. That they died in this submarine.
Right.
I have to tell you, first of all, prayers to the families involved in this tragedy with the Titan.
Yep.
19 years old on there, didn't want to go there on the trip to begin with.
Right. Only went because
of that.
Yeah.
People saying, "Oh, they're just whatever. It's white people with money." They weren't. It was not all white people. They were Pakistanis on that. So
yeah,
miss me with that bullshit.
Yeah.
People making memes about it. Just no empathy at all. No sympathy at all for the common man. Nothing. It's just all funny games. It's just that really bothers me. It really kind of shows me at this point where we are as humans and where we are as a society, that we take pleasure and think that making light of something like that's just a thing to do. I have a big problem with that. And
yeah, the memes and shit that came out on it. Like my whole thing was it's a legit concern for me, which if I would have saw it, just me personally, I wouldn't have gone on it. And I put that out. It was like, dude, if I see a fucking Logitech controller being used to control shit and it's only one button in this, I'm not getting in that. That's just me personally. I'm not getting in there. No, you lost me. Because I know how Logitech controllers work, bro. Those shits break easy.
Yeah, they're shit.
No.
Now, in saying that, if I want to know anything about the Titanic, they just did a scan of the Titanic. They took like all these photos somebody did.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at that.
That's good enough.
I am not going to visit an underwater graveyard. Because that's essentially what it is. It's a graveyard.
Yeah.
Of all these people that lost their lives that didn't make it.
Right.
Because of stupidity, my man.
Yeah.
Just stupid decisions. Boats were half empty, pretty much. That could have been that could have been, for people to ride on the boats. Women and children first, no men. That whole thing got, it's just so much bullshit that could have this whole tragedy it could have been avoided. Yeah. And it really, even watching the movie, but then I watched the movie, but then I look at the documentary. I mean, the movie had a story going on. It was, that part, the story was fictional. What was the love story? But I'm talking about the other events happening. The iceberg was right in front of them, and they didn't have enough time to turn the ship and all that shit. It's just, it kind of fucks with you a little bit, because like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a bad situation.
Yeah. It's no different than the actual sub, right?
Exactly.
There's a lot of similarities between what happened with that sub and the actual Titanic.
And that's what James Cameron said as well.
Yeah.
He said the same thing. It's no different, man, than like, just I don't know, man. It's just crazy. That's like some Final Destination shit, man. Like,
no, it's wild. It's wild.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just I don't know. I don't know, dude.
But it's like when it first was reported that it went missing.
Yeah.
Everybody, like all the experts were like, they're done. Like, you're not gonna find them.
Well, they're talking about when the story first happened here is they were talking about, well, they have so much oxygen left and all that. Oh, we're hearing bangs down there. You're hearing the damn thing implode. That's what you heard.
Yeah.
It was done. They're saying it was done an hour into the trip. It was over.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
was done.
It was done. So I'm like, and just the mere fact, I mean, what is it? The Titanic is like, it's sitting at 12,000 feet.
Like 13,000.
Yeah, to the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's like, you would, this, hey, Godspeed, man. God bless him.
Yeah.
That's just horrible way to die. I put that up there, something like that. I put that up with World Trade Center, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a terrible way to go.
Yeah,
it's terrible because not only
jumping out the Trade Center.
Yeah,
when that shit was going down, that's fucking wild. Let me tell you this real quick. I saw a movie not too long ago. What's that guy's name? Shit, it'll come to me. But anyways, make one story short, Pierce Brosnan was in the film, and his son, what's his name? His name is Jake something. Shit, he played in that cop movie. Okay, I forget the guy's name. Anyways, he goes to meet his dad at his office because they were going to try to rekindle their relationship, whatever. He goes to meet his dad at the office, and his dad's office happens to be in the World Trade Center, and it's September 11th, right? And you see the plane coming towards the building. He's about to die, and that's how the movie ends.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, so. Just crazy shit like that.
What movie is this?
I will let you know. Yeah.
Jesus.
Jake Gyllenhaal, isn't it?
Oh, really? And
yeah,
Pierce Brosnan?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Forgot what it's called, though.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, sad story. Go rekindle with your dad. That's fucked up.
Yeah. They tried to... Yeah, the father, I think it was like the father had got divorced from the wife. He wasn't ever there in their relationship. Never there in their lives. And then all of a sudden, they started to get along. They're trying to, do this thing right here. And he's at the office. He's looking at all the pictures on the wall in his dad's office or whatever. And the camera zooms out to where he's at. And it's World Trade Center. September 11th. Christ. Yep. 2001.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. I'll let you know. I'll look it up too.
I gotta watch that shit.
Yeah. Jesus.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That is terrible. That's good story though. Speaking of
back to your regularly scheduled program.
Yeah. Speaking of great watching.
Yeah.
The cerebral assassin himself. How much of this new WWE run should we attribute to him? Because what's your opinion on what we're watching? Is it good?
Dude, are we all watching the same shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we watching the same show? Because I don't see anything on this show that's any different than, say, when Vince was there. And people got to realize something. If Triple H is so creative, who taught Triple H how to be creative? Who taught Triple H how to be a booker? Who taught Triple H how to do this and do that? It was Vince. It was Pat Patterson. You know what I'm saying? So people get, they have so much hatred for Vince and him coming back, Vince is putting his, 2 cents. First of all, Vince never left to begin with. And if you actually think that Vince had gone anywhere, then you are living in a fairy tale world where pigs fly.
Let me do you one better. There's been reports coming out that say Vince is still doing last-minute changes for both Raw and SmackDown. So
he never said he wasn't going to be. If you remember back on the Endeavor press conference, Vince says that, I mean, he's still in the trenches.
I just won't be as deep in the trenches as.
But he never said he wasn't there. He never said he wasn't going to be there.
It's true.
So people, like I said, show me something to where everything that they've done hasn't been shit. You have one storyline carrying the company.
And you're about to end it.
The Bloodline.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, that's all you got. Other than that, second distance, Gunther. The IC Championship.
Worth watching.
Very, very important. Yes. I like Gunther's work.
I like what he's doing with the Intercontinental Championship.
Right,
I like
bringing prestige back to it.
Back to the title.
Third story you got going on. Seth Rollins as a World Heavyweight Champion. Those are your three components.
That's shaky.
Give him something to do.
Yeah, it's shaky.
Give him something to do. You know what I mean? He doesn't have anybody really to wrestle.
But here's what I'm saying though. If you look at that title, since its inception, it has been second place to the one Roman's carrying. Right?
But that's through history, bro.
I'm saying though, it's supposed to be the Workhorse Championship. If you tell me the Workhorse Championship right now is the World Heavyweight Championship, I wouldn't believe you. You want to know why? Because of the guy that we mentioned that's holding the Intercontinental title. That guy is the workhorse.
But Seth Rollins is defending that World Championship at house shows.
I get that.
So it is a workhorse title. The title hasn't been around that long. They just brought it back. So give us some time. But he has been defending that championship.
So okay. So why are we wasting time building it up? It should already be a prestigious title, should it not be?
No, because it doesn't have the lineage to its predecessor.
So we have to rebuild the lineage.
Exactly. You don't it doesn't. The top story right now for that, and this is I'm glad we're talking about this because it's something that I'm glad WWE went back to because it needed to be addressed. Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, this program needs to go through the summer because it was Finn Balor that, and this gets overlooked. It was Finn Balor who was the first WWE Universal Champion. I'm talking about when it had the fruit roll up red belt. He was the first Universal Champion. Yes. And that was cut short because of Seth Rollins. Yeah. That's the story you tell. That's why Finn is angry with Seth Rollins. And why Finn Balor should win the World Heavyweight Championship.
I would get that. I would understand that.
Yeah. So
there's a story there. There
is a built-in story there.
Yes.
But give it time to tell that story. That's the whole point.
I can be patient with that.
Because Roman's not wrestling. Roman's doing tag matches now. To extend that bullshit title run. And that's what it is to me. It's bullshit.
Roman ain't defending that shit.
No.
But here's how good that story is. You don't care. Because the story's good.
Story is good. But now
they're trailing towards the end.
It's trailing it because now Jay's made up his mind. Now Jimmy's made up his mind.
Right.
So now, where do you go with it now? Like, where do you go now?
Great question. So let's work our way to the end of the Bloodline. This Sunday is what they're dubbing the Civil War.
Well, it's this Saturday, but go ahead.
Or this Saturday, sorry. They're dubbing it the Civil War. The Usos versus Solo and Roman.
Yeah.
Right? What does the ending of that match look like?
Well, I posted in our No Gimmicks Facebook group earlier, which I believe we're over 1,000 members now on the like page. So
yep.
Thank you very much to everyone out there who supports the brand, that supports No Gimmicks. We appreciate that. So it was said that basically the Usos and Solo were at some secret closed-off location going through run-through sessions for the finish, I guess, to the match on Saturday. Creative has a couple of different scenarios, and they're testing them out. And I've already got two of them in my head. Number one, Solo is either going to turn on Roman, walk out with his brothers, or number two, Jimmy is going to turn on Jay. And it all could have been a test to test Jay. And Jay failed the test. And if they did that, I would say that is some very lazy storytelling.
Either way, I don't see a good ending.
Yeah.
I don't see a good ending either way with those.
Yeah. Yeah. It's too early for Solo to turn.
Yes.
I mean, unless they got Rikishi coming out there or some shit.
You got to bring in some. If you're gonna go that route, you need to bring in a big gun.
Yeah.
And by big gun, I mean someone new to influence this story that has enough influence on a Solo or on the Usos.
Well, so I was at work the other night, and I was talking to a coworker of mine. He's casual at best, but I show him this Bloodline stuff. You know what's going on, as far as what I thought they could do. My idea was you bring Rikishi into this story. Rikishi comes in though, but Rikishi's not really siding with either side. He's not siding with his boys, but he ain't siding with Roman and Solo either. He's kind of in the middle. So what I would do is I would have Rikishi kind of giving advice to Roman. But the wise man don't like that. You know, the wise man feels Rikishi's kind of overstepping his bounds a little bit. So what it comes down to is you have a situation where they're in the ring doing a promo, Rikishi, Roman, Solo, the wise man.
Right.
And you tease friction between the wise man and the tribal chief, but it's all a swerve. And then Roman beats the shit out of Rikishi. Roman beats the shit out of Rikishi, and that is enough for Solo to say, wait a fucking minute.
That's my dad.
That's my brother's over here.
Yeah.
But that's my dad.
Right.
So now shit's on. So then you turn Solo at that point. Solo beats the shit out of Roman. Solo, they do some shine. He beats the shit out of him. Solo helps his dad up. The brothers come down. The Usos come down to the ring. Rikishi's in there saying, we blood, we family, get it together. The brothers embrace. The father embraces with the sons. Solo picks up the Universal Championship and holds it up. And there you go. That's what I would do.
And we get Roman Solo at SummerSlam.
You get Roman Solo at SummerSlam.
I like that.
And at that point, the blow-off comes at the Survivor Series. When Solo, the Usos, KO, and Sami Zayn take on Roman and whoever he's associated with in the War Games. Take it back to where it all started. That's what I would do. And those two people that I'm referring to that could come in and back Roman. Now, they ain't family. But we ain't got to be family. And I've even said this on the show. Two separate tribes. But we got a history. I will bring in the Guerrillas of Destiny to back up Roman Reigns.
Okay.
I bring in the GOD. Absolutely. I would bring them in. I would bring them in to replace the Usos. And it's the GOD versus the Usos. That's what I would do.
That'd be fire.
Yep.
We haven't seen them in a minute.
Yep. And that's a Frank Dee original right here on No Gimmicks.
That would be fire.
WWE, holla at your boy.
That would be fire. Yeah. I would.
That's a long-term storytelling partner.
You want me to mark out? Bring Gorillas of Destiny to WWE. Yeah.
I just gave you.
I would fucking mark out.
I just gave you WWE. I just gave you your summer and your fall.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. You know what? I was low-key expecting them to show up this past weekend on AEW. I really was.
Who knows?
Still might. It's still there's a chance it could happen.
Hey, it's a chance that we can see Haku come in with him into the WWE and he'll take out Rikishi. Give Rikishi the Tongan death grip.
Yeah.
It would be fun.
Yeah, times. It would be. It would be fun. I would like that. I would really like that.
Yeah, that's a Frank Dee original there. So that is copyrighted, by the way.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Well done.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Last one. Collision. We got to talk about it.
You go up.
And then yeah. We'll go back up. But yeah, Collision. Strong start. They had a very strong start.
Yes, they did. Can I tell you what I don't like about Collision?
What do you don't like about it?
I don't like that fucking Elton John song.
You know what? I did not like it either. I will be 100% honest. I did not like that. I think for a Saturday show of that magnitude, especially with all the buzz that you had coming into it, you needed an energetic start to it, and I think that may throw fans off. It may.
That threw me off.
It threw me off
because I'm watching the show.
I was actually hyped for Collision.
Yeah, I'm usually in the bed because I have to go, to Graves. So I was actually up for that, and I hear this Elton John song come on, and I don't like Elton John anyways. I don't really care for him. I don't mind him. I don't care for him.
I don't mind him in this situation. I don't like him.
No, I don't like him, period. Because the guy has some shit to say about Michael Jackson. I'm a staunch defender of Michael Jackson. So I'm
fair
good.
Enough.
Yeah,
fair
I'm
enough.
Good. I mean, you want to sit up there and say that you thought Michael Jackson was weird or some shit like that. Motherfucker, look at you. Look in the goddamn mirror.
Fair enough.
Anyways, so I didn't like the song. I think they need some real hype shit to get you into the show.
They do.
They failed on that. Wrestling music in general, to me, is soft now compared to what it used to be. Mm-hmm. They had Thorn in Your Eye back in the day. All Together Now, those were the Raw songs.
Right.
Nitro had some kick-ass music at one point. You don't have themes like you need something like that. I don't even like the Dynamite. Their music, their music is weak. Outside of the music they have as far as commercial music that they actually get, like the Mini Man, 50 Cent, the Final Countdown, those situations, Colt's personality, real music. Their music sucks. You got Jim Johnson out there, AEW. He's available. Go get him. Okay. Go get him to help you with your music. Because this Miley Ruckus guy, I don't know him.
Mikey Ruckus.
Mike, whatever. Miley Ruckus, Mikey Ruckus, whoever the fuck he is.
I like Mikey Ruckus.
I don't really care for him. Because the music is trash. It all sounds the same. There's his sound is very similar to the Death Rebel sound from WWE. They're very similar. And if I want that,
I can get that.
AEW, why don't you just get the CFOs to come in and do your music? Because CFOs, whether people like it or not, they did put out some bangers over at WWE.
They did.
Nakamura, Ricochet, Finn Balor, fucking Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode had one of the coldest intro songs out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be straight up.
Shit. Who else would they have over there? AJ Styles. They don't want none. They did a lot of stuff over there.
Yeah, they did.
So you can bring them over here, and then Mikey Miley, wherever the fuck. If he wants to do music for Rampage or something, that's cool. But for your main shows, nah, dude, you gotta change the presentation a little bit. Now,
harsh. I like them.
No. I'm about to put them over though. I take it back. There are some songs that he's done that I actually do like. I like the original Powerhouse. I like that one.
Yeah.
All right. I liked let's see, who is it? The Dark Order's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
Let's see, who else is there? Shit. Is that it?
Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks has the most. I don't like.
I don't know.
That music is not for him.
I like it. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I like Starks' theme.
Holding back.
Okay.
Yeah, holding back. It's like when The Rock came out with that one song that Jim Johnson had did for him, and it sucked ass. And The Rock only used it one time, and it's like it just didn't fit. I'll play it for you when we're done, so we don't get hit with a copyright strike.
All right.
It didn't fit. All right.
The third theme
for The Rock.
Yeah. Was it his third one? Because I remember one that he had briefly, and it was like, this shit sucked. And then he went back to the second one.
That could be what it was. Yeah, but I'll play it for you when we're done.
Yeah, so, I remember that. I was like, damn, this shit sucks. Because I was like, that's right when my peak rock fandom hit. Because I was like, damn, his theme song is fucking amazing. And I like his theme song. Because it was kind of like The Nation, but it was different. Because I like The Nation's theme song. But I was like, this shit is different and it fits him. I like it.
Yeah.
And then he came out with another one, and I was like, nah, I'm not into that.
Yeah. it was a song to use. It was a transitional song between when The Rock had when he left The Nation, and he was actually feuding with Mark Henry and D'Lo Brown. So
yes,
it
didn't fit him.
It was a horrible song.
Yes.
I actually think I can get away with playing it real quick. Hold on.
Don't worry, we'll edit it.
Well, exactly. Yeah, one day we gotta talk about music again. We just gotta go through WWF The Aggression album that came out.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Yeah, just go through those songs because they got some bangers on there. They really do.
Actually do.
Yeah.
They actually do.
Yeah,
peak fandom right there.
Fuck yeah. But real quick, back to Collision.
Yes.
So I mean, it's very hard to produce a show that's going to be successful on a Saturday night. Obviously, what I'm paying attention to and what we talked about off the air was I want to see the rating for Dynamite heading into Forbidden Door, and then see the rating for the actual Collision show the night before. That's what we're going to show you is CM Punk really drawing anybody. Because I think that the initial response to Collision was basically to hear what CM Punk had to say about the Elite. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't really think the promo was all that good. I mean, it was what it was, but it ain't like it's power, pipe bomb.
No, this was light. This
was, I didn't really care for the promo.
Yeah, it was light work. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
he said what he needed to say without saying what he needed to say.
Right.
If that makes sense.
It was very safe.
Yes.
I don't want to offend anybody.
I'm gonna play it real
close to the,
Yeah.
That's what that was. So I didn't really care for it as far as that goes, but it goddamn we need to get done.
Yeah.
So
it did. Now, going into Forbidden Door, and this is my viewpoint of that show going forward. I think it may be a little too much, especially with the pay-per-view on pay-per-view weekends. I think that may be a little too much because you have that show the night before a pay-per-view and then that pay-per-view. And I don't see they're going to play it safe because you don't want to get anybody hurt that's on the actual pay-per-view. How's it going to work storyline wise? There's a fine line you have to walk with this show.
I don't understand why Tony didn't negotiate with Warner Brothers Discovery to make the Rampage show Ring of Honor.
Even that. So here's what I would have done. I would have moved Rampage completely, made that a Ring of Honor show, put Collision on Friday. Fuck it. Just do it. You have enough stars on that show to make a decent Friday night show. Just put that as a 2-hour block. I don't understand why you're going to still have an hour block on a Friday and it's Rampage. Not a lot of people pay attention to Rampage as it is. So just move that away completely. Bring your Collision over to Friday. If you still want to have that hour of programming, make it Ring of Honor on a Saturday. It makes way more sense.
But why don't people pay attention to Rampage?
It ain't because it's an hour-long show. There's nothing to draw you into Rampage.
And it's a time slot.
And the time slot. There's nothing to draw you into it. Now, granted, the last couple of Rampages, I've gone back and watched them. Great shows. They pack a lot of shit into that 1 hour of television. They do it well. They do it really well. No one cares about it because it's on late.
I honestly think that it is pretty much kind of like it really is at this point the C show for AEW.
It is.
And it really honestly should have been devoted to Ring of Honor. I know Warner Brothers says we paid for AEW, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, okay, you got 2 hours of AEW on TNT. You got 2 hours of AEW on TBS. You got 1 hour for this Ring of Honor show. Is it really going to hurt anything? Especially a Friday night at 10 o'clock time slot.
No, it's not.
So that's what I would have done. But I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe we could be moving down this road. I don't know.
I will say this to you. As a positive for AEW, I was watching a video on YouTube a little while ago. It was from the AEW Fight Forever video game. It was the what is that? The explosion match, or whatever the hell it is?
The exploding barbed wire match?
There you go.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play it.
2 days.
That
or
match,
a day and a wake up.
That match was crazy.
There's a lot to like about it. I hope it plays how it looks because there's a lot to like about it. If they're gonna go down this road with it, I want to play it. I actually do want to play it. I got it pre-ordered. I'm gonna download it tomorrow night and probably hop on it tomorrow night.
Yeah. What system are you getting on so the people out there will know?
PS5.
Okay, copy that.
I am on board. I am on board the PS5.
Did you ever play Jedi Fallen Order?
No, I haven't.
Or Jedi Survivor, I should say.
No, I haven't.
Okay, copy that.
I knew what you meant, but no, I haven't played it yet.
Yeah. I can't wait for that, the third video game for that series.
I've been on Destiny 2. I've been on a weird Destiny 2 kick. So, and the nerds, shout out to USDN. They they got me they made me go grab another PS5. So I gave the one to Kimani, but I got another PS5. So AEW Fight Forever it is on PS5.
Absolutely. I would highly recommend it. It was like a very, very entertaining video game. And yeah, because 2K23 just it ain't hitting for me.
No. And I like that this looks like it plays like a No Mercy.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And it looks like I want to learn. I hated this with No Mercy. It's like I had to learn the combinations, the button combinations. But I'm at a point in life where like I don't mind it.
Right.
I don't mind it. But and it's like now that I know the button combinations, I can hit these button combinations. You're getting a fucking stunner or some shit. Like, yeah. I'll learn it.
So how's that poll going on right now for the greatest tag team of all time?
Oh, that's a very good question. So glad you asked. Well, we're in the finals now. Do you know who's in the finals?
I do. It is the Dudleys versus Harlem Heat.
That's a very unexpected finals on one side for me.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. So those Road Warriors didn't make it, huh?
No, but neither did Demolition.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying though that those Road Warriors didn't make it though.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Road Warriors put up way above Demolition, but the Road Warriors didn't make it, huh?
Listen. If you wanted the bang for my buck, I would have told you that left side of the bracket was way harder than the right. That there was some hard choices.
Yeah, how Hall and Nash didn't make it to the end is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild to me. Because if you had to get me Road Warriors versus the Outsiders, I would have said the Outsiders. Outsiders would have been going. I'm sorry. I love you, Road Warriors, but no.
You do. I don't.
Yeah, I know you don't. But I would have said Outsiders.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
The fact they didn't make it there was wild to me.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
The fact that Harlem Heat made it and the Outsiders didn't make it was extra wild to me. I did not understand that. I still don't.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, real quick. So all the TNA fans out there, if you're still out there like I am, Impact Wrestling just uploaded a video to their official YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. It is the entire run, and I was watching it every day, and it brought back so many memories. It was just great TV. The entire run of the Main Event Mafia.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
The whole history. I have it saved into my playlist.
Yeah.
To watch later.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That was some good stuff.
Yeah. It was. It actually was. That was a good storyline.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised really Impact has never bothered to bring that. Like Impact Wrestling is like it's a company that they actually hold so much intellectual
They have
properties.
A lot of great stables.
They have a lot of intellectual property over there. They're not even using.
They have a lot of great stables.
You don't even have to depend on Bullet Club, bro. You got Main Event Mafia.
Yeah, Aces and Eights. Yes.
You got Fortune.
Yeah.
You got a lot of shit over there.
Immortal.
Well, you don't use Immortal because don't use Immortal.
Yeah, don't. But I mean, it's there. But
it's there.
But yeah, you have a lot to play around with.
Right.
And they're not. So, but honestly, Impact has some of the best storylines out of anybody. Because I was really into that the Mickey James Last Rodeo. I was into that. The whole Bully Ray, when he came back and he was trying to challenge for the title, they had a good storyline going with that. With him and Tommy Dreamer, they brought back some of the ECW shit. that was pretty good. And how they're going now and moving into what they're moving into now, I thought Impact, they were doing pretty good for a long time.
Do you think Impact will ever get back to the glory days they had under the TNA regime?
It's a hard question to answer. I want them to, especially with what they have going on now. Like, the one thing that's really killing Impact is the fact that they're on Access TV and no one has it.
Yeah.
It's killing them. It really is killing them, because I really do think they have the best product. They really do. It's just nobody can see that shit. But they absolutely do. Now, if they get enough buzz to generate enough buzz to where they can get out of Access and onto another deal, like MLW's on fucking Vice. But there's enough buzz that people actually want to tune into Vice for MLW, right? If Impact can build themselves up little by little to where they can get out of the accesses and into maybe a Vice or something, maybe something else to where it's on cable TV. Fuck, give me Sci-Fi, but give me something to where I can actually tune into them and see them, because they really do have the best product.
I'll have to look into it. I have not watched Impact Wrestling since probably early 2013.
Yeah, no, they really do. And it's like what's going on with ROH. ROH right now has one of the better storylines in all of AEW with Kiera Hogan and Athena. They've been putting on absolute fucking bangers.
And I didn't know that.
No one's knowing it because no one's subscribing to the Honor Club. But they are putting on absolute fucking bangers on ROH.
So if they know that no one is subscribing to the Honor Club, which I'm pretty sure they know this, why not then just upload the shows to YouTube?
Right.
You'll get your money back off the ad revenue alone.
Yeah, you would. But yeah, one of the best storylines in AEW. Athena is doing God's work over at ROH. I swear to God. She is doing God's work.
No, you know who does God's work? Who's doing God's work?
Who's that?
Sky Blue.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I said this. Who did she face?
It doesn't matter.
Tony Storm. Her and Tony Storm had amazing. I was like, whoever's booking this shit needs an Emmy.
Yeah. It doesn't even matter who she's wrestling.
No, it don't.
It don't matter. I will tune in for the match.
Yep. Don't matter. Yeah. Great shit. It was great shit. All right, man. Final thoughts. What you got?
Final thoughts is I think Ryan Seacrest as the new host of Wheel of Fortune is going to suck ass.
What? Who did that?
That's next season he will be the new host of Wheel of Fortune.
They're getting rid of Pat Sajak?
Pat Sajak's retiring.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about Vanna?
Vanna is currently in negotiations for a new deal because apparently Mr. Sajak was getting $15 million a year and she was only getting paid $3 million.
Ooh.
So Ryan Seacrest is going to be the new host of Wheel of Fortune, and there you go.
Not enthused.
I really couldn't care less. But I'll tell you what I do care about is I care about you out there, the good listeners of the No Gimmicks podcast and all the listeners of the Death Feeling Podcast Network. Do us all a favor. Help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. And remember, as we go into the summer months here, it's hot outside. The pavement is hot.
Yes.
You don't walk outside barefoot because your feet will be burned up. What do you think has happened to a dog's paws if you walk them? They don't want to walk, so motherfucker, don't walk them. Bottom line, treat your pets the way you treat your children. And that's the bottom line. Because Franco said so.
Amen.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right.
All right,
That's
man.
Exactly right.
So, once again, shout out to Mission Pro. August 12th, San Antonio.
August 12th, San Antonio, Texas. Mission Pro Wrestling. Yeah.
Dig it.
Dig it. The cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop. Now they did announce. So they haven't announced this yet, actually, but I do know for a fact 2 of No Gimmicks' own will be on this card, and that's Maya World, who made her debut at the last show, and Misty Marks will be there.
Misty Marks is always out doing her thing, so we shall talk about this here. But yeah, check out Mission Pro Wrestling, a very good friend to the No Gimmicks podcast. No Gimmicks podcast of wrestling. So we put it like this: there's a lot of podcasts out there called No Gimmicks. All right.
Yes.
We are the No Gimmicks podcast of wrestling. There's another No Gimmicks podcast. They talk about politics and all that stuff. We're the Gimmicks podcast. So put it like this: there's the white boys, and here's the colored folk. There you go.
That's why when you hear this show, when it comes on, I say we are the No Gimmicks podcast, because we are the one true No Gimmicks podcast out there that covers what you love to hear.
Sound like fighting words, yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the No Gimmicks podcast here on the EFPN. I am Franco. This is the Black Mac. Bred like a king. And we'll see you next time here over No Gimmicks on the DFPN.
Yes, sir. Till then, enjoy the fucking rest.
Go into the world.
Peace.
Pieces.